If you've done yourself an injury, mate, you've only got yourself to blame. I'm surprised you haven't left a dent. Is this Emmerdale? What a dump. Where can I find Home Farm?
Half a mile up the Coniston line.
Now you run along to Mrs. Village, idiot. Maybe she'll rub your sore bits better.
Oh.
Hell's not full yet. Who was that?
Oh. Someone to the Kings. Pretty girl. Lethal aim with a car door.
Cash but no class. It may be Valentine's season, but you should still steer clear of her type.
I'm not interested in anybody else.
When has the little matter of marriage ever stopped the fat boy shooting his arrow? Never fear, mum's the word.
Cheers.
Jamie paid you back, didn't he?
That is not the point.
Oh, don't be like this, Chaz.
Look, if you had any sense, you'd steer clear of me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I should have thought things through properly.
You shouldn't have pulled a stunt like that in the first place.
I was just trying to make a few quid.
No, you exploited a situation that a lot of us have come to grief over. You have enough to say about Arcane, but you know what? You could give him a good run for his money when it comes to thoughtless spite.
Nip back up and check on her, Mrs. Hall.
It'll only be Heath. Cathy would be lying there ignoring him. She's had a very early introduction into the failings of the male species.
Babies cry for a reason.
That one doesn't, and I only make him worse. You have a go at shutting him up.
Well, that wouldn't be a good idea.
Oh, I trust you, Emily. Others might call you the child catcher, but I don't. How do you fancy spending some quality time with your new brother?
No chance. Oh, how long's he been wailing?
I no longer hear it.
Well, why didn't you go up?
Because we decided that today would be my day to come back to work.
No, I'm due at work too.
Oh, yeah, well, I've been thinking about that. You're going to ask for paternity leave.
You don't get paternity leave working in a pub. I mean, I'm sure they'll give me as much time off as I'd like, but, you know, unpaid.
Oh, they could stretch to a few days. You only earn a pittance.
Have the police said when they'll be in touch?
They're just being cryptic about it as usual.
Jamie, you're going to have to try it and stay calm.
Well, I'm trying. But you read about people going down for years over crimes they didn't commit. What could happen to me?
Thought Sarah caused even more chaos in the surgery this morning. He decided she was going to pat Mrs. Watson's Pekingese. Well, he just had his stitches put in. You should have heard him. He was in that much pain. Andy, this isn't working.
I know. I've taken it to my dad's for the day.
Yeah, but what about me? I mean, I've tried dropping hints, but you don't seem to be getting them. I can't stand being here.
Look, my dad says they'll have Sarah overnight. I thought we could spend some time alone.
Yeah, well, I'm up for that, but only if you promise to start thinking about where we're going to live.
I will.
14's wife.
There's a gobby lass here who wants to see Mrs. King. She lost her blob when I told her she was away.
Oh, I'll sort her.
Do you treat all your prospective clients like this?
Hey, I told you to wait.
Oh, dry up, you old bint. You can't get many celebrity weddings come your way.
Women to know who you are.
Anybody can say they're famous nowadays.
My fiancé is Dan McCarran. Fennelhurst Rangers hottest player. Our engagement's on pages 26 to 31. That's me, Dan and Emma from Big Brother 5.
Well, pardon us if we don't give you the Premier League treatment.
He must be the stag night side of the operation. Sadly, Dan's not looking for anyone to gyrate up and down a pole in nylon knickers.
If you pull your claws in, I might show you round.
At last, someone who shows a bit of customer care.
Tell Miss Fake Bake to sling her bling. It's tasteless touting this joint as a wedding place.
Rosemary views it as practical. And it helps that her heart's on ice at the back of the freezer.
Yeah? Well, you should keep out of it.
Oh, she'll be less bother if I give her the whistle-stop tour and show the door.
Have you got a 7-second memory or what?
I'm all yours, Miss...
Lambert. But seeing as you're ever so nice, you can call her Sharon.
Do you
who I was thinking about this morning?
This isn't a prelude to one of your dirty Kevin Costner fantasies, is it?
Our Sharon.
Poor you.
So, you're still not on speaking terms then?
We haven't got much to say to each other.
Kelly's just texted me. Sharon is at home farm.
No!
If she's right, then she'll roll up here next. Then we'll be ankle deep in flying fur.
I fancy Rosemary doing weddings. She's tougher than Teflon.
You should have seen the first bride-to-be. A bruiser. She reminded me of someone. Wish I could put my finger on it.
He's run out of steam.
Mr. Oakes ever so good with babies.
Yeah, he's better than he lets on.
You know, your mummy thinks the world revolves around her. No wonder she makes you cry, son. She's got me at screaming point.
Right. Bob's made his bed. He's going to lie in it.
Look, you wouldn't.
What's the matter with them?
We think my sister is about to descend.
Nicola's back. Well, why would Val care?
No further back into the dark side lurks the other sister. 5 seconds without Sharon, and you'll be praying for Nicola.
You're not telling me the full truth. Sharon stole money off me when the only way I could make ends meet was on a kiss and a promise. What do you expect me to say about that? Oh, you know my foray into crime was out of sheer desperation. She just wanted a wild night in Whitley Bay. Why all this sudden interest in her?
Bob's not coming into work today. Parental responsibilities.
That's a bit short notice.
Dock his wages then. Val, you don't fancy a trip into Houghton for the sake of my sanity?
No, that's a great idea, Mother.
Why not? Well, I could do with cheering up. I'll just diddle me hands and then we're off.
Hello again.
How's the crown jewels?
Well, they are a bit
Can you let the landlady know that she's got a visitor?
Ah, I think you're expected.
Hug anyone?
Through the back.
So what the hell happened in here?
Just a touch of smoke damage.
Come on, Paulie. I bet you like to witness my Dan's dribbling skills up close. No one's mentioned me new nose. Dan paid for it.
Now the deja vu's really kicking in. What happened to the second one?
I broke it down a Titanic on the top deck of the bus going to Seton Sluice. I'd just gone for the full Kate Winslet arm stretch when I went smacking at the bar across the front window. Aren't you going to say something, Paulie?
Where do I start? The calls you ignored? The birthday cards returned with "not at this address" on the back? In your handwriting?
You even told people we were dead.
I knew there was a problem when I didn't hear back about the invites.
It was the shock. You'd vanished. Did you mean to cut us out of your life?
I needed space to make something of myself. I wanted us to be proud of us.
By marrying a fourth-rate footballer?
Dan's had some foreign clubs sniffing around, and the money's still really good at Fennelhurst.
Shallow Sharon strikes again.
Look, Paul, you could be a part of my new life. The editor of Hire says I can have all the coverage you like if I come up with some angles. Especially family stuff. Do you still do your gay thing? I can see the headline now. The wag whose brother's a drag.
Thelma Louise is also part of my past.
And I know you've been allowed to die. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. But Tales of Survival Against the Odds really sells.
I've got a headline for you. The mother I've disowned.
Let's not spoil this reunion by talking about that woman.
She might as well be in the room. You just see us as tools to help you claw your way up the slag heap. Or just spin yourself around and walk back out of our lives. I don't want to know you.
I don't blame Paul for hitting the roof.
I've handled this all wrong.
You two were always so close. Why did you turn your back on him?
So much time had passed. You see, I was angry at first. I'd always stood up for Paul when my dad was bladdered. But he never returned the favour when I had a bust-up with that woman.
I doubt he took sides. Spending time with you two was like sticking your head in a tumble dryer.
And that was my fault. When I was a kid, everyone was jealous of us. Nobody had a mother like Val. She was a scream. But me mates didn't have to live with her. She was desperate to be me big sister. And all I wanted was a mum.
She's changed. If you apologise for stealing the money...
Is that what she told you?
What really happened then?
Let's not dwell on bad memories. I just want things to be okay between you, me and Paul. I need you both at the wedding.
Couldn't you find a way of having your mother there as well?
I'd rather pierce me belly button with a rusty dart. No chance.
Well, change of plan for tonight. Paddy's feeling a bit under the weather, so he's having a long soak.
Me too. Minor lacerations. Don't ask.
Okay. Well, he suggested changing Cinnamon Itars if you don't mind seeing him in his jammies, that is.
Well, I'll tell you what, how about we see how far we get through the Texas Chainsaw Massacre before he starts blubbing like a baby.
Sounds like a plan. I'll see you later.
Oh.
I had a surprise ready for you tonight. Make do involve homicidal maniacs or an half-naked Paddy. It's been ages since we've had any long time together.
There's nothing we can do about it.
I could go back to Butler's. I mean, there's got to be somewhere around here.
It's hard enough working there.
Okay, it should clear off. It's more your place than hers.
I can't do that to her. Look, we need to let the dust settle before we consider anything. Being together all that matters.
So go on. Don't suppose you've dropped by for another egg butty?
I'm returning this.
Were you finished with it?
It would have taken a Happy Snaps manager about 5 seconds to work out that that's useless as evidence.
You kidding?
The time code made it look like you were leaving Home Farm immediately after the murder took place. But the internal clock is out of sync. It's 10 minutes fast.
So it proves I've been telling the truth. Are you saying he's off the hook?
I'm saying that we can't prove anything. I mean, anyone could have reset the clock, including him. But as he was so eager to hand over evidence that could have been incriminating, I'm confident that he'll no longer be part of our investigation.
Hey, hang on a minute. He deserves an apology.
I came to deliver this in person because I know how much your family has been through. That's the next best thing to an apology in my book.
Leave it, Dad. Yeah, you're right. Oh, we can all put this behind us now. Sorry, Dad. I've been such an idiot. It's over, mate. That's all that matters. Even that sounds like music to my ears after all this.
Might have known there'd be some grubby reason for her reappearance.
I hate people who reckon there's something else. You think she'd bag Beckham, not some minor league turf hacker.
I can't help myself, though. Seeing her made me realise I miss her.
I'm glad to hear it. Will you let us say sorry?
I'm nothing like my dad.
Yeah, granted. You do wash your hair and there's a distinct lack of stubble, but your soul's identical.
No, I'm going to prove to you that it's not. I didn't think I'd cause so much upset. Please, Chaz. You're the most important person I've got left.
Oh, Debbie, this is your last chance. Any more antics and I'll skin you alive.
No, I promise. I'm pouring all my energies into the business. In fact, there's some things that I want to talk to you about.
Sharon was trouble from the start. Cried sorry for 2 years. I don't want to hear stories like that. No amount of proper parenting could have fixed that little minx. I feel a bit guilty now we're back. No, you had to stand your ground.
If you knew how angry I was...
Well, how do you think I felt? You sending our son to the land of Nod by cursing me.
Have you had a drink?
Yeah, a large one. You drove her to it.
Right, I'm off to work.
I've told them you're not going in.
I may only earn a pittance, yes, but we need it.
See? It's good karma because you gave the cash back.
Yeah, something like that. Well, still, thanks to her stab at blackmail, Debbie's done us a massive favour.
Oh, don't let her know. She'll be after you for a fee.
Pleased to meet you. I'm sure.
No need to be polite to her.
Could you leave us to talk?
Some of us don't have to scrabble around for a shred of glamour. Your tour guide at Home Farm, he's a millionaire. My millionaire.
Well, he's got naught else going for him, and you can tell him I'm not interested in his creaky old pile either. I'd rather get wet on a slag.
Come on, Kelly.
Fancy you living with those two? My brother, the hag fag.
Is this you trying to be nice?
You know what it's like, spite in the genes. After having Matilda the Hun as a mother, it's a wonder we're not locked away.
Can't blame her for every failing.
Still standing up for her, I say. You know, this is what got me so furious.
If I was tough, I'm sorry. I just wanted to teach you not to be as hysterical as her.
But you made me feel like I was bad.
But you are, as today's stunt proves.
You know, Paul, you were the only person that I could talk to. Even when Jimmy Pepper wasn't hammered, he was a lost cause. At least you don't have to worry about being a chip off that old block.
You know.
You're still my big brother, Paul, and I need to be back in your life. Which is why I want you to give us away.
Perhaps he's lying too close to his sister. Baby twins try to eat each other if you're not careful.
You're like Skiptail's answer to Mother Shipton. Bubbling up homemade cleaning products one moment, chanting old wives' tales the next.
It's true. My old friend Kitty Scrimshaw swore that it nearly happened in her family. Mind you, they were all inbred to begin with.
You're going to have to look after them. You need to sort this out with Bob.
Hang on.
Just think back to how you coped with Sharon.
I didn't.
Oh, please, Val. You were the one who said I needed to make a stand.
The last time I saw Dad, he was full of the fact that you weren't the fruit of his loins. I'm sorry. I can't help myself.
Actually, I thought that was amusing.
Hey, Dan's taking me to a Valentine's do tomorrow night in Leeds. I can get you and Di on the list.
I think we'll save the proper reunion for your big day.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll leave you the details just in case you change your mind, okay?
You know how hurt Mother will be when she hears about the wedding?
She hasn't got the emotions of a normal human being.
I don't understand why you hate her like this.
You're just gonna have to face it, Paul. I'm never gonna forgive her.
Dear Lucy of Hexham, sounds like your man's worth fighting for. What you need are my top tips for spicing things up in the bedroom. I've been looking for you. What you doing? Used to work with Sharon. She took comfort from other folks' agony even then.
I knew that girl sounded like someone. You.
What are you spouting off about?
A snappy little tartar I met this morning.
Oh, get back to your cave and turn something into stone. You'll frighten the bairns.
Mean eyes, a tongue sharp enough to cut us out. Your spitting image.
The bad penny finally drops. She's been here, hasn't she?
Who has?
Emily! Now, let's talk about this calmly. Look after these two.
I can't.
Get over yourself.
Where are you going?
If Sharon's been here, she'll have spread poison. I need to see my Paul.
I'm pleased you gave us a chance to start clearing the air anyway.
One step at a time, eh?
Hey, you'll have to be in the wedding photographs, mind. I want to show you off.
Well, wait! Just wait!
What are you doing?
I'm reclaiming my life. It's Jamie's good news. Cheers.
Who's with the twins?
Val. But it should be you. I want you to be a stay-at-home father.
We are not getting into that discussion.
Listen, how many times do you get a taxi and the driver's some guzzled old geezer stinking of beers and fags? Debbie's car is going to go for the female market. I only want to employ women drivers.
You've really thought this through.
I'm going to make it work.
Yeah, and I believe you. I tell you what, I'll clock off in a tick. I'll buy you a drink to toast to your plans.
I thought you were with Heath and Kathy.
You are not fit to look after the babies, Viv. You're 3 sheets to the wind.
Oi! Bob, wait, what about my early finish?
I've come to expect a web of deceit from you, but me own son.
Let us explain, will you?
Did you swap notes on who was scarred worst by that wicked witch of a mother?
She wouldn't talk about you.
She's getting married. We've been worried because we know you're not invited.
And you two are!
I want us all to go.
Me too. We've got to get this sorted out.
I can't go to that scrubber's wedding. She'll have nabbed herself a loser. If she's lucky, corned beef wedges served cold in some scabby social club is not my idea of a date, remember?
She's still your little girl.
It's a long time since she's been that.
We've only been thinking of you.
No, you haven't. I know how you see me. The butt of jokes or the source of grapes. Oh, daft old Val, she's more bother than she's worth. Yeah. Well, you have galloped over a line this time. If either of you mention Sharon again, I'll cut you off at the stocking tops, just like I did to her.
Well, next on STV, it's time for some teamwork in Nick Hancock's fishing school. At 8, it's the last in the series of Fortune £1 Million giveaway. Then at 9, the investigation continues in Trial and Retribution.